Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Bill Mahari here, represent Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. Man, I'm just gonna go straight to the point, guys. The Clippers did it to themselves again. They blew a 16-point lead in Game Five, and now they've blown a 17-point lead against the Denver Nuggets in Game Six, as they now force a Game Seven on Tuesday, guys. Unbelievable. This is the second time in the last 5 years that the Clippers have blown a 3-1 lead in the second round, and now they're stuck on a game seven, man. I mean, this has been the recurring theme that I've been telling everybody about these Clippers. All right, they continuously, you know, they always have huge leads, and then all of a sudden they shut themselves down, and they allow teams to come back and beat them. And unfortunately, we saw the same script today. The Clippers, they were playing magnificent basketball. They had this game in the bag. All right, they had this game completely in the bag, and all of a sudden, the Nuggets exploded in the third quarter and pretty much outscored the Clippers. What 62 to like 33 in the second half. You guys, unbelievable. I this is the inconsistency that I've been talking about these Clippers, since the playoffs began. That they know that they're that talented, but right now, there's a thing that I agreed with Jeff Van Gundy when I heard during the telecast, that the mental toughness of the Clippers right now is in major question. That when they are on a cold streak, or when things are not going well for them on both sides of the ball, they just they I don't know, they just mentally just shut down. And it's like they just keep shooting themselves in the foot with unnecessary turnovers, blown defensive assignments, and anytime that the Nuggets, kept up with their excellent ball movement and ball pressure, all right, they've been able to get mismatches, and they've been getting open looks at this particular point. So right now, you guys, Doc Rivers is on notice now. You guys, I've been telling. Listen, right now, sure that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard did their part, but they weren't there. They weren't there to basically pick up the team in terms of their spirit. All right, I wasn't worried about them in terms of how efficient they were going to be, but in terms of their competitive spirit, that the ability to come back through adversity. All right, you guys. Listen, this team was up by as many as their biggest lead of the game. As I look at the stat totals, the Clippers were up by as many as 19. All right, they were out. They were pretty much outscored the Denver Nuggets right now. As I post up the calculations here, okay, the Clippers scored 34 points in the first quarter, 29 in the second. So in the first half, they scored 63 points, while the Nuggets pretty much scored 47, right? They were up by as many as 19. Then flip the script in the second half. The Nuggets blitzed them, all right? 30 points in the third quarter and 34 points in the fourth quarter, okay? Scored 64 points in the second half, while the Clippers only scored a whopping total of 35 points. So actually, the Nuggets outscored the Clippers 64-35 in the second half. All right. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. The Nuggets were pretty much getting any look they want in that fourth quarter. Anytime the Clippers tried to double team the big man, what do? Pass out of the double team, swing the ball around, and get open looks. And the Nuggets right now, man, they're playing with ultimate confidence right now. Listen, let's put it this way: the Nuggets right now are playing with house money, because nobody expected them to beat the Clippers when the series began. Right? It's the Clippers right now that are feeling most of the pressure. All right, and if they lose on Tuesday night in Game Seven, if they go on and lose, I'm telling you, Doc Rivers, I'm sorry, he has to be on the hot seat. That's going to be twice in his tenure with the Clippers that he's blown a 3-1 lead in the playoffs. I mean, you cannot tell. Listen, I'm always been a favor of a black coach, always having coaching opportunities, but I'm always going to call them out when they do not perform well in the postseason. And Doc Rivers right now, man, if they don't win game 7 Tuesday, you got to look at Doc Rivers and you got to think to yourself, is he the guy to get them there right now? Because they can make all the adjustments that they want. What's missing from this Clipper team right now, and I really noticed this when the Nuggets came back at with their big run, is that competitive heart, that competitive spirit in their in their psyche. All right, and the Nuggets just played with much more heart. They played with better competitive spirit, and they play with much more drive. They're the team right now that is playing with nothing to lose, while the Clippers right now are playing with everything to lose. And right now, the pressure is now growing more immense now because of the loss today. So I'm telling you, man, of all the things that we've seen in these playoffs right now, the 2020 playoffs have been freaky wild, and with all these crazy upsets and crazy performances. Now we got game 7 between these two outstanding teams. And if you're the Nuggets right now, you have nothing to lose at this point. Even if you go on to lose Tuesday, you could tell yourself that, hey, we made a great comeback and we were right there, but we're looking forward to the future next year. Because right now, this Nuggets team, with the way it's constructed right now, with Michael Porter Jr., with Jokic, with George, with Jamal Murray with them too, this team is going to be a problem for a lot of the teams in the Western Conference in the next few years if they can keep this team together. But if they go on and win, they will set an unprecedented comeback once again on the Clippers. And you got to look at Doc Rivers right now, man. And you got to look at him like you did it again. You were up 3 games to 1, and you let the lead slip away again in the postseason. There's a lot riding on the line Tuesday night. They have to make amends Tuesday in Game 7. The pressure's on them, guys. The pressure's on the Clippers. The Nuggets right now, they're relaxed. They're playing with great energy right now, and they have nothing to lose at this point. But tell me what y'all think in the comments section. Unbelievable.